I bought my cheating ex-fiance's dream house as a wedding present. She was shocked and is begging to live with me. 10 years ago, Shauna left me 3 weeks before our wedding. We'd been together for 2 years, and I'd just spent $287,000 buying her grandparents' lake house, the one she'd cried about losing when her family sold it during an inheritance dispute. We weren't supposed to end up together. In high school, she was the popular girl dating the quarterback. I was the quiet kid who spent lunch in the library. But life's funny that way. I moved back home at 26 when my dad got diagnosed with stage 3 cancer. Took a job in the city, 45 minutes away, so I could drive him to chemo every Tuesday and Thursday. That's where I saw her again. She was working registration at the hospital. One Tuesday, while dad was getting treatment, I worked up the courage to ask her out. She said yes. Turned out we both loved hiking, hated horror movies, and could spend hours talking about nothing. A year in, I moved into a rental house so we could live together. 6 months after that, I proposed at the same lake where her grandparents' house sat. She cried and said it was the most perfect moment of her life. Then the universe handed me a gift. The couple who'd bought her grandparents' house put it up for sale. They were retiring to Florida, tired of our harsh winters. The asking price was $320,000. I had $47,000 saved. My credit was decent but not great. I worked every angle, took on weekend consulting projects, sold my car and bought a beater for $3,000, convinced the bank to give me a mortgage by showing them my promotion letter. 3 months of negotiation later, I closed on the house for $287,000. It nearly emptied me, but the look on her face when I'd surprise her on our wedding day would be worth every penny. I told no one. Not my parents, not my friends, not even my best man. This was going to be the moment that defined our marriage. Then came Miami. Her bachelorette party was supposed to be a girls' weekend. Beach, drinks, spa day, normal stuff. But when she came back, something was off. She wouldn't look me in the eye. Kept her phone face down constantly. Made excuses not to see me. 2 weeks before the wedding, she finally told me. Her high school ex, Trent, had been in Miami the same weekend. Just a coincidence, she said. They ran into each other at a club, started talking. Old feelings came back. She needed time to figure out what she really wanted. Translation. She wanted to see if Trent was better than what we had. I was 28 years old, sitting in the house I'd rented for us, listening to the woman I loved tell me I was the backup plan. The invitations were already mailed. The venue was paid for. The cake was ordered. And I owned her dream house with a mortgage I could barely afford alone. She moved out that week. 2 months later, I saw on Facebook she was engaged to Trent. They got married at that same lake, had 2 kids, posted endlessly about their perfect life in the suburbs. I kept the house, paid the mortgage every month for 10 years. Some months it was tight, but I made it work. I'd go there on weekends, sit on the dock, and try to figure out where I went wrong. Eventually, I stopped wondering. Started just enjoying the peace. I never married. Dated here and there, but nothing serious. Built my career. Got promoted 3 times. The house appreciated to $520,000. Last month, Shanna's perfect life imploded. I heard through mutual friends that Trent had been cheating on her for most of their marriage. She'd finally found proof, filed for divorce, lost almost everything because of a prenup his parents made her sign. Yesterday, my doorbell rang at 8 p.m. I opened it and there she was, 10 years older, eyes red from crying, holding her phone like it was a lifeline. I know about the house, she said. I didn't respond. My mom told me. She ran into your mother at the grocery store. Why didn't you tell me you bought it? You left 3 weeks before our wedding, I said calmly. Didn't seem relevant anymore. She started crying then, full breakdown. Said she'd made the biggest mistake of her life, that Trent was a monster, that she'd always loved me, that we were meant to be together, that this house proved it. I'd bought her dream for her. We could start over, she said. I could move in. We could try again. This is fate. I let her talk. Let her paint this whole picture of us rekindling what we had. Then I smiled. You're right about one thing, I said. This house was meant to be yours. That's why I'm selling it. Her face went pale. What? I accepted an offer yesterday. They close in 2 weeks. Who bought it? I looked her right in the eye. Trent and his new girlfriend. Apparently, they love the lake. The sound she made was somewhere between a gasp and a sob. She tried to speak, couldn't form words, then just ran back to her car. Since then, she's called 47 times, left voicemails begging me to reconsider, offered to pay more than Trent's offer, said she'd do anything. Her mother even called saying I was being cruel. But every time my phone rings, I just look out at the lake and remember the 28-year-old kid who emptied his savings to buy a house for someone who didn't deserve it. The closing is next Friday. I've already picked out my next place. Smaller, but it's mine, and I didn't buy it for anyone but me.